Hi friends, in the last lecture we have gone through exception handling in case user not found, and in this lecture we are going through how to handle validation, input data validation. Suppose we wanted to have name should be minimum 2 characters we are going to accept. So what we will mark it as, we have validations at the rate annotations are presented by JavaX at the rate size. Specify the size and what is the size you are expecting. Minimum I am expecting 2 characters. 2 characters. Name should have minimum 2 characters. I have specified here. Next, I am going to make it the controller. If the request is valid, I need to mark it as. If it is valid, then only accept. In javax.validation it is present. Okay, I marked it. If it is valid, then only code will be executed. If it is not valid, then it goes to custom exception controller. By default, Spring throws an exception. Okay, without adding any code, I'll start the service. I'll show you what will happen. Spring defaultly throws some exception if it is not valid. We wanted to customize it. I have specified a single character, the name. Validation failed for argument 0 public. This is too detailed message. User we don't need to throw this too detailed message to the consumer. Instead of throwing too detailed message, we wanted to throw some specific message. How do we throw it? Is comes to custom exception controller. Custom exception controller, we need to add one public method, public response entity list of exception response model, handle validation exception. For this we need to annotate @ exception handler. Which exception throws this method has to call? Method argument not valid exception. If Spring throws this exception, then we need to call this function method argument exception. Method argument not valid exception. Here I can say enough. Now from this we need to get the messages. Dot get binding result dot. This is the function. From here we need to get all errors. Get all errors. Store this all errors. A temporary variable. It's returning of type all errors, returning a object error. So we need to store in the object error. Object error. These are the errors. Or we don't need to so directly. So what we can do, we can directly use for loop. Let it be here. Follow the standards for object error. Error equal to not error. Now I will get the error message from here. Error dot get default message. This I will be setting in exception response model. Let me create one exception response model object. Exception response model equal to new exception response model. Pass the arguments. First argument is date, new date. Second argument is the message. Third argument is the HTTP status code. Pass the third argument http status dot. It is the invalid request, guys. So we have to say that invalid internal server error destination request timeout to large bad request. Yeah, it's a bad request. Okay, I kept bad request, and what I'm going to do is I'll make it as toString dot toString. I will save this argument into the list. This I'm going to declare because we are going to return this one, right? All the exceptions in the list errors equal to new URL list. Next, add it to dot add. I have added it over. Next, I am creating the response entity of list type, generic type, and response equal to new response entity. Pass the errors, comma, http status dot bad request, and return it. Return response. Return the response. That's all, guys. Why are we iterating? We will have more validations, right? So in the user we can give one more validation, friends. Address also should have minimum 5 characters or 10 characters, 5 characters. Okay? Should have minimum 5 characters. If address having less than 5 characters, we will get two errors, two validation messages. So two validation messages we are taking in the custom exception handler, iterating it over, and putting into exception response model and sending it to the consumer. Let me start the application. Once the application is up, we can see the validation error. Before customizing it, Spring is throwing this very detailed message. We don't need to throw detailed message. We can throw custom message to the consumer. Size must be 2 and 214. For which size we don't know. Is it for name or is it for address? Is it for date? We don't know. Okay. This also will customize it. And I'm going to change the characters for Bangalore. I'm going to keep just 3 letters. Let's see one more message here. We got 2 messages, 2 validation messages. For which one 5 and this up to this max size. Okay, for which attribute we don't know, right? So we need to customize the message here. Size comma message re address should be address should be should start from 5 area characters. Similarly, we will customize message for name also. Minimum 2 characters. 2 characters. So that we will come to know, okay, for this param argument we are passing wrong data. Let me start the application. Difference now. Address. Okay, now here I did a small mistake. Instead of address, for this it's a name. I just copied, I didn't corrected it. Application will be up. Yes, it's up now. Let's pass the bad request. We got two validation messages. One for name should start from 2 characters, address should start from 5 characters. Validation errors we are getting. How we are getting? We have added @size method, which is available in java.x validation package, java.x validation jar. These are all the validations now in the java.x validation pattern, positive, pass, future. All the validations are present. Java x.validation library. And what we have done, we have specified the minimum size and the message. After that, we have specified the validate @valid. If it is valid, then only go inside, otherwise it will not go. If it is not valid, it goes to from user controller, goes to custom exception controller. From custom exception controller, if it is not valid, it throws the method argument not valid exception. When that exception is thrown, this function will be worked, and in this function we are taking the data from the method not argument exception, from here method argument not valid exception, and getting into the get binding result, get all errors, iterating it to over, creating customized error message, created response entity with bad request, sending final response. Okay guys, in this lecture we have covered validations also. See, if you see, what did we cover till now? Till now we have covered first exception handling, we have covered in case of user not found, and we have covered bad request things we have covered, and we are returning, we have implemented all these APIs: get users, post users, get specific user, delete user, put user. Next lecture we will going through more details of the HITOS and RESTful APIs. Thank you friends.